Back here again at Flying Fish Studios, or rather I think they call this particular space Studio 230 because it's on 230 Ponsonby Road, and yeah, it's a popular place. Last time I was here I was commenting about how many sort of refurbishments that are done and changed, like they had this nice kitchen around the back, and I was hoping that one of the things I'm still going to finish up was have that air conditioning that automatically turns on in the bathrooms be on a separate switch so you could turn it off when you're recording sound. They haven't, so I've kind of been it's probably been one of the more annoying things I've had today, just side noise. And also on the other side of here, they are doing a photo shoot as well before the people come in here for the interviews, pieces to camera in front of the green screen. So there's quite a lot of commotion just the other side of that door. So that's why I've hanged one of the black screens, curtains, just in front of the door as well as sliding it across. That helps quite a lot with the noise. And I kind of wished I'd brought along my sound mat. So just when people are wearing high heels and tapping where this markers where they stand. I want to be a bit quiet on this hard concrete floor, but these are just small details. So yeah, we're in front of this green screen. As you can see, I've pulled, again, just like before, these black curtains all around covering the other side. So that big hard black, that big hard concrete surface that you'd get sort of echoes from is now gone. It's just, yeah, just thick black curtain instead. Fantastic. It really makes a big difference with sound. It's really just this corner that's kind of empty and bare. Anyway, what am I going to say? So I've got this lighting set up in front of the green screen. And what's quite nice about this is that all these lights here are around about head height or slightly more, so I'm really not needing to worry about a boom shadow at all. I don't need to worry about the boom being a shot either, because I checked with the guy who's a camera op, who's also the editor for this, and he doesn't mind at all if the boom dips into frame here, so long as it's not overlapping anybody, of course, because it's going to be the easiest thing to cut out, because it's cutting all that out because it's green screen behind. So I've been getting the boom sounding really sweet as, really close. Yeah, even so, I did choose my Sanken CS1e, just because I was going, there's going to be quite a lot of commotion, and I can hear it at the moment, of them just sort of talking out there with the photo shoot they're doing before the people come on in. So I just thought, rather than maybe going from AKG, hypercardial or something, just go with something that still sounds great indoors, but just has that bit extra rejection isolation that the Sanken has, my CS1e. What else should I say? So the guy's mostly going to be just editing it from the camera here. So I'm just running it cable straight out of the F8n, and yeah, I've got one of these snakes. Here we go, so you can just disconnect this from the camera pretty quickly, and you've got this tail on the end, which you've got yeah, the two XLRs and also the camera return as well. Although one of the annoying things about the F8n that the F4 does have is you don't actually have anywhere to plug in the return on the other side. But no big deal, because I've just taken the cord to my headphones is pretty long. I'm just ran it over to there. Although the annoying thing is, last night I was thinking, I should really bring the extension cable for my headphones. And I actually put it right next to my bag, or maybe put it on my desk. I then forgot to actually bring it with me. So, but would be nice to just fit an extra foot or two. So, but yeah, anyway, I'm recording on this. So yeah, I'm only going to be using it on the direct from the C300mk2, but I am recording, the backup here inside my F8n as well. And I am also have got my Ultrasync 1 timecode box on it, just to keep the timecode all synced up. And he's also recording it here to the Odyssey with the RAW out of the C300mk2, and the timecode on this shows exactly the same as the timecode that's on my technical sync, that's on the camera, that's on my F8n. All four of them all nicely matching up. What else could I be saying about it? I was for a moment sort of scratching my head, wondering why couldn't I get to see what I want to see up here on this monitor, and then I realized, yeah, we forgot this cable that just hooks up that little extra accessory that mounts on top of the camera with the display and all the buttons. Never mind. So yeah, it's not going to separate unit. Getting back on track now. So yeah, we're actually going through like an awful lot of people. There's this sheet, there's like tons of people from these radio shows and TV shows. They're just coming in one after another really quickly. You just do little short bites for their promo videos for this network of media stations. And so yeah, because we're having quite a high turnover, and because I am aiming to get like really good boom. Like it's never going to be like, oh, we're going to shoot on like an 8mm fisheye from like way back here. It's always been like, I know I'm really 100% confident that I can always get great boom audio. I am just sticking to only the boom, and I'm not actually even putting a laugh in the people because they're like coming in and out pretty quickly. Well, I've got a small gap here. I think one other people just running a bit late, so that's why I thought I'd knock out a quick YouTube video quickly. I'm doing it on a new phone here. I forgot what the phone is called. It's Mizu something rather. Yeah, I lost another phone. What number of phones am I up to losing now? So yeah, I picked up this phone for only $200 New Zealand from PB Tech. I wonder how great it looks and sounds. Probably pretty shit, I bet. Anyway, enough about this, because I kind of talked about everything. Oh yeah, I might make one of the points that, another point, whenever you are using the Zoom F8n to go direct to camera, do you can't just, it doesn't have full size XLR once, you need like a little mini XLR to XLR cable first. But that's fine, I already had that because I used to shoot with Sound Devices 552, and the direct outs from that mixer is exactly the same as what I need for the Zoom F8. So I've got that sort of cable that's sort of running into here before I then connect it to this end of the snake and then goes over to there. And so yeah, I'm running. So because I'm only got the boom, I am basically recording my boom channel, and I'm recording the safety track just a little bit lower, just in case, because like all of this is improvised pretty much. I mean, I've got like these set questions, but they're kind of like answering on the spot, just making really like sort of personal. And yeah, so yeah, you don't necessarily know what the levels are or exactly where they are. So I mean, like I've been having it pretty spot on the levels anyway, but it's like best to just have a safety there just in case they like get super enthusiastic when they're talking back, because some of these people are like really hyped up, full of energy kind of people. In fact, there was one or two people I actually sort of just backed off the berm a little bit just so that I would keep the level down slightly. And also sometimes we might have 2 or 3 people up here speaking at once, and so then I need to be really stay on my toes to make sure I'm always getting the berm like timed on the right person in the right place and at the right angle. I mean, you sort of get a feel for it, and also if you, another good trick is like if you look at the person who's talking, leave the boom on them, but keep your eyes more focused on the person who's not talking, because then you can often get like a clue just before they're about to speak, and that way you get the timing right to like cue on to the other person. Anyway, that keeps me on my toes. Anyway, so as I'm saying, I am sending two across into the Canon here, and so one of them is my main track, the other one's my safety track. So that's so the guy who's editing it, he's just going to use track 1, but if he needs to, he's got that channel 2 ready in the camera as a backup. In an extreme situation, if I don't know, something really goes wrong, he's of course got a backup on my camera itself. But I am, listening directly what's being recorded rather than listening from my F8n. It's kind of weird because I'm so used to like hearing that beep every time I press record. I'm not hearing that, so it's kind of like a bit offsetting because I'm really used to like hearing it. But otherwise, it's actually really nice knowing that what I'm hearing is exactly what's being recorded. So that's really sweet. And yeah, I think that's enough of what I'm rambling on about. Catch you guys later. Hello. This is one of what did you do again? You photographer? Or no, wait, you're one of the people here. Hello. Hello, YouTube.